Hello and welcome back to the Movie Memo Recaps. Today we are going to recap a 2015 movie titled Wildcard starring Jason Statham. Please be advised that there will be spoilers ahead. The movie opens in Las Vegas at a club where Nick Wilde is having a drink. Shortly, a woman named Doris enters and seems to capture his attention as she moves to her table. Suddenly another man named Osgood arrives at the club. He has a date with Doris, who he intends to convince to get married to him. Surprisingly, Nick approaches them and requests Doris to dance with him. He starts to mock Osgood and pulls off his wig, escalating the situation. Doris, unable to bear witnessing Osgood get humiliated, drags him outside to leave. Nick keeps on the mockery, and Osgood tells Doris that he can handle Nick even when he seems old to fight. Osgood suddenly goes to pick his wig from Nick and warn him to watch out. Osgood then attacks the defiant Nick, which impresses Doris. He forces him to ask for forgiveness, which Nick does, and Doris runs out of the car to embrace Osgood, calling him her hero. The scene shifts to a woman who gets dumped at a hospital, brutally injured. Shortly, one doctor moves out to warm his lungs and notices her. The medical team attends to her and tries to ask what happened to her, but all she says is Nick's name. In the morning, Nick, a Las Vegas bodyguard with lethal professional skills and a personal gambling problem, wakes up to move to his workplace. Shortly, a young gentleman named Cyrus Kinnick moves in looking for him. Cyrus informs Nick that he would like to hire him as a tour guide during his visit in Las Vegas, as he was recommended to him by his neighbor. Being interested in gambling, Cyrus informs him that he would like to have his services because some people might disrespect him because of his age. Nick accepts his proposition to show him around Vegas and provide him with protection while he gambles. Later on, Nick meets with Osgood, and it is revealed that they are close friends, and about the fight, it was a stunt to impress the woman. Osgood pays him $500 with a bonus of $500 after his impression, but Nick declines the bonus. Nick later moves to a diner where he tells his waitress friend named Roxy that he needs $500,000 to leave Las Vegas and move into a 5-year retirement in Corsica. She hands him a message from a woman named Holly who wants him to stop by her house. Upon reaching her house, Holly, who happens to be the woman dumped at the hospital, moves out to hug him. Holly, a professional escort, informs him what happened to her the previous night at a hotel named Golden Nugget. She met 3 unknown men in an elevator who forced her to go with them to their room. The one that seemed to be the boss raped her first before the other 2 men had their chance as well. After the assaults, they later dumped her outside the hospital. She offers Nick $100 for the first hour to help her find out who they are so that she can sue them. Nick informs her that she should contact a lawyer or a detective, but Holly wonders how he can fail to help her. Having been at Golden Nugget, Nick informs her that there is organized crime at that hotel and reminds her that he warned her to stay away from it. It is revealed that the owner of the hotel, named Baby, tried to recruit Nick to work for him, but he declined, and the two agreed not to interfere in each other's business. Nick goes to a housekeeper named Millicent for information about the man, and the two decide to meet afterwards. She informs him that the man is called Danny DeMarco, son to a mob boss in southern Italy, and gives him the room address. She requests that he shouldn't interfere with Danny. Afterwards, Nick calls Holly to inform her that he didn't get any information from the housekeeper he met. Holly realizes that he is hiding some information and reminds him how much she was there for him, asking him to be there for her as well. At night, Nick meets Cyrus for the tour and guides him through various places, checking out different casinos, though Nick is in deep thoughts about Holly. Most places being crowded, Nick takes him to his favorite place, where Cyrus tries to know more about him, but he ignores it. Cyrus moves to the gambling table and Nick waits for him aside. While there, he gets a lot of thoughts on Holly's last words. This forces him to leave Cyrus at the casino and move to Holly's house. While there, he tells her the name of the man behind the assault and the room number. However, Nick realizes that she is not interested in taking them to the lawsuits, hence, Holly reveals that she wants revenge after what she went through. She wants Nick to go and attack them and afterwards grant her a chance to take her revenge after weakening them. Nick drives to Golden Nugget to confront Danny disguised as a partner to Baby. Danny's bodyguards open for him and lead him to Danny, where they thoroughly check him. Nick questions him about what happened to Holly, and being an arrogant person, Danny informs him that she is a whore. He mistakes Nick to be a pimp, but Nick shows him his credit card to prove to him he is not. Nick requests to leave, but Danny informs him that it wouldn't be that easy to leave without teaching him a lesson. Danny tasks him to praise him so that he could spare him. When Nick fails to do so, Danny orders his men to teach him a lesson. A fight breaks out, and Nick hits Danny's men, defending himself using his credit card. Danny tries to shoot him, but he dodges the bullets and hits him down and ties them all. He invites Holly, who asks Danny if he remembers her. When she gets scissors, Danny gets scared and informs her to take $50,000 from his safe and leave. Holly hands the money to Nick and moves on to contemplate castrating Danny, informing him to ask for forgiveness. Looking at how serious Holly is, Danny breaks down and begs for her forgiveness, hence pardoning him but leaving with the money. Upon moving out, Nick informs Holly to leave the town because they would be coming for them. They divide the $50,000 halfway, and Nick proceeds to a casino. He starts to play blackjack with his dealer friend named Cassandra, though Nick feels like it's his lucky night. He goes on to win the first bet and keeps on a huge winning streak not until the dealer's shift changes. With Cassandra gone, Nick quits playing and moves away to meet Cyrus. Suddenly he feels that his luck is still on and decides to go back to the gambling table and raise his stake as well. He goes on a huge winning streak, which attracts the pit boss and other audiences. His winning streak moves him to over $500,000 and continues for a last time, which he also wins. He goes for a drink with Cyrus, who asks him about his next plan, and Nick informs him that he plans to go for retirement. He stands to go to the cashier for cash out but suddenly gets an anxiety attack. He feels like the $500,000 is so little and decides to go gamble again, thinking his luck is still on. He places his whole $500,000 and the $25,000 he got from Holly at once. Unluckily, he loses the bet, which leaves him shocked. He resorts to drinking as he is depressed with a lot of thoughts and regrets, not until when he loses consciousness. The following day he wakes up only to find Cyrus, who informs him that he passed out and the staff helped him out after Cyrus tipped them. Cyrus reveals to him that he wants his help to mentor him on how to be brave and how to fight. It is revealed that Cyrus is a self-made millionaire who promises to make Nick rich in exchange for his services. Nick declines the offer and moves downstairs to get a drink. Shortly, Danny's men arrive to deliver him to Danny, and a fight breaks out in the bar. Nick savagely beat the men since he had gotten a chance to take out his anger. While dispatching them, the police arrive to intervene. He gets driven to Golden Nugget to meet Baby, the mafia boss of Las Vegas. Baby informs him that he received a complaint about him breaking into one room and killing two men, and the witness happens to be Danny. Baby leads him to meet Danny so that they solve the matter. Danny explains how ruthlessly Nick attacked them and hit them before killing his bodyguards. Nick tells his side of the story, and it is revealed that he doesn't kill using guns, which means Danny is framing him. Nick informs them about two cuts on Danny's manhood, which prompts Baby to tell Danny to drop his pants to prove Nick wrong. Danny refuses, which makes Baby realize that Nick attacked them for a reason and convinces Danny that he would handle the situation. When Danny leaves, Baby informs Nick that they would come for him, but Nick seems prepared for whatever would come next. Later, he drives to the diner for a meal, and while sitting there, Cyrus sits aside from him. He tells him that he is afraid of leaving Las Vegas because he is a coward. However, he thanks him for what he learned from him and gives him $500,000 and a plane ticket to Corsica. Suddenly, Danny's men arrive at the diner, but Cyrus creates a distraction by singing, which gives Nick a chance to escape. The men go after him outside, and Danny orders them all to look for him everywhere. Left with no choice, Nick decides to end this once and for all. After killing them all, Cyrus approaches him to hand him the $500,000 check and the plane ticket to Corsica. Nick first refuses, but after persistence from Cyrus, he takes them and decides to leave Las Vegas before Danny's father avenges him. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.